So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Inside the 20. Big mistake with the punt return unit there. You think the defense is off the field, but here they come back again after the turnover.
These plays are just back-breaking, Mike. As you said, you get a big stop. You think your defense is going to get a chance to come off the field and get a break. Next thing you know, 1 minute later, they're back out there, and the offense gets a chance to do it all over again.
Once again, it's Achane. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Tua now on 3rd down. And he's in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Vikings 0.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Quick throw, taken in. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's a designed run. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and Let's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Room up the sideline at the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. He's got it inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Dolphins move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
2nd and 7. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He fumbled the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Tua now on 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat. Now it's Tua. Quick hitting slant there. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. 3rd and a yard. Here's Tua. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll toss it here to Achane. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua going to give it to Achane. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon?
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Vikings offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard.
brings up 2nd and a yard.
They send him right out of the slot. They run on the jet sweep. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Vikings. First down.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Minnesota.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Trayvon Diggs in on the tackle. Second down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. That is caught. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for...
And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. To throw is Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Here's Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down. Throwing is Tua. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet in bounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. Here's Tagovailoa. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Again, it's Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
From the gun, here's Tua. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime you decide you're going to air it out, backed up on your own goal line, the defense understands the risk. They understand the quarterback wants to get that ball out of his hand fast. They're going to take some chances, jump some routes. And they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6, and instead just resulting in that turnover.
The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Tua. Throw left side complete to Pearsall. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw is Tua. His throw left side is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The PAT, up and good. And the Dolphins up their lead. It's now 24-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On second down, here's McCarthy. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of...
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll go right and find his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now it's Tua. Quick throw here is complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Tua gonna throw. Quick throw, taken in. Was brought down. That pass is gonna pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Slot receiver headed right. Tua now on 3rd down. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. Here's 2. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Thrown left side. The catch is made. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Tight end going in motion here. To throw is Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The extra point is good. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout: too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
That's good. For the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's been at... They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. On 2nd down, A-check. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's to the 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. There's Jefferson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season. Throwing again is McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets them another first down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
Pretty evident that they felt the weakness of this rush defense was on the perimeter. A simple toss play gets the back out there so fast. They secure the edge, and it just becomes a foot race, and he walks in for an easy 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
They send the tight end in motion. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock?
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. They put Woods in motion. On first and 10, it's Achane. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. On third down, they'll go with Achane. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. This team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. Now McCarthy. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, Really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Going right sideline and complete. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
McCarthy going to look to throw again. Open man, right side. He's got it. Here's 1st and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.